Keep going.
Yeah, it's been a year.
Place, huh?
It's been a year, yeah. But,
Well,
deeply
congratulations.
appreciative, and like I've said many times before, these are program awards, and a lot of people are involved in this when you're coaching.
I'm wondering if you've seen Jonathan over the course of a year. Do you feel like there's been a continuance of the thing that you built with what he's trying to build here?
Well, I think everybody has their own program, but you always look back in the past and try and, I think, replicate what was good. You know, that's what I tried to do. I reached back to George's, Coach Purvis's teams, and then also to Duffy's teams and things like that. And you know, Michigan State's got great tradition here, and so once you've done it once, there's always a possibility of doing it again.
How often do you two talk? Does he call you pretty often, or is it?
Oh, he's a busy man.
Yeah.
I see him when I see him, and share texts every now and then and everything. But got a lot of respect for him and the job that he's doing, and it's tough to win. You know, they all count one, and it's hard to win football games. But I think he's got things on the right course right now.
How do you get involved with the College Football Playoff Committee? And I guess what's your outlook? Is that and remaining active in the game, obviously?
Yeah, it was. You have to be nominated. I think you have to be. I think maybe Alan Howard had something to do with maybe initiating it, but then also you have to be nominated by somebody in the management committee, which would I think Tony Petitti nominated me, and you go through a pretty thorough vetting process, and then you get voted on and all that kind of stuff. So I made the cut.
What have your last 3 weeks been with that in terms? Because I mean, have you digested more football than you have in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I really have. I've watched more coaching film and watched a lot of TV games to sort of get the start of the season, who's who, and things of that nature. But I've always watched a lot of football, but probably pushing a little bit more now.
Oh, forgive me, I missed the beginning. You're going to run out of fingers to put these Hall of Fame rings on. This is like 5 in the last year. What's this one feel like?
Well, it's another special one because you're basically in Michigan State's Hall of Fame, and as I said earlier, the athletic, I guess, endeavors throughout sports is nationwide, and I think that just being a part of that group is very humbling and an honor.
I think you told me once you'd be happy coaching if it was in Zanesville, Ohio, doing high school. You didn't do this for fame and what's come to you, did you?
No, I got started because wanted to be around young people and watch young people develop, and I love the X's and O's of it and all the things that go along with it. But it really was about the players and what can you accomplish with young people, and how can you attain a goal, and you watch them develop and you watch them grow and those type of things. So, some of my players now are 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
So,
do you worry about
there.
the future of player development the way it had been? I mean, I think that's something that Jonathan has talked about doing,
Yeah.
but in this area of where things are post portal.
I don't necessarily worry about it. I wonder about it. But because you got to be able to stay the course and learn and develop in a program, because the techniques are going to be a little different and coaching is going to be a little bit different. And so when you do move, you sort of start over a little bit in some respects, and you got to build trust and the ability to communicate with each other and commitment with each other. So I think that's an ongoing process, difficult to do in 6 months.
And your time here, that portal was just kind of brand new.
Oh,
How
yeah.
do you, I mean, I think we've asked you about this before, but can you imagine yourself coaching now in the modern climate with all the massive changes to the sport?
I would have adapted. But I do look at things, for example, when I came here in 07, if you look at that 07 football team, we did not have one player leave. And then you look at the fact that I think in my 13 years we had maybe five players transfer here in the course of that. So it's quite unusual, the change. But I think you just naturally keep up with things that change, and that's part of it.
A lot of things about coaching college football I'm sure you don't miss, but at 1:30 on Saturday or 3:30 or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, do you still get the buzz? Do you still miss it?
I don't miss the butterflies, that apprehension a little bit, but I miss the competitiveness of it and the thrill of winning, and doing something that basically when you win, everybody appreciates it. The fan base always appreciates when you win, but winning is hard, and they all count one.
In the 90s, you were on Jim Tressel's staff at Youngstown State. It's kind of fit in there.
Yeah.
They're here this weekend. What do you remember about coaching there?
Going full circle a little bit. I was, I think I was 29 years old when I took the job at Youngstown. I was there for 5 years, and Then he stayed, I think, another 13 and won some national championships. And our last year, 90, we were undefeated but lost in the playoffs. But Youngstown built a great program, and still to this day, I think they're very highly regarded.
Doug Phillips came right after you, I think, there, the GA.
Yes, Doug was there after, and then he was at Ohio State, I think, as well.
For their program, I mean, the continuance of what Jim built. I know he was president there for a number of years too. I mean, that's I mean, in their era right now at that level, that's got to be big to kind of have that.
Yeah, they got staying
continuous
power.
run.
They've been up here, I think, maybe 3 times to play us. Maybe 3.
Yeah, I think
Once
so.
when I was here
Yeah.
coaching, and then maybe 2 times. This would be the second outside of that. So they have great tradition there. And Ron Strollo, their athletic director, played for us when I was there. So he's with our tight end. So, you know, it's a little bit a full circle moment a little bit.
When did you watch the game last week? Were you able to catch the game against Boston College
Oh, yeah,
last
I watched
week?
the whole
And
thing, yeah.
What was your reaction when you were watching?
I thought that, excuse me, I thought that we, excuse me, I thought that we kept handling adversity throughout the football game. When you can start doing that, and you can do that on a continuing basis, you know, you're going to be successful. But you saw that, and you didn't see people flinching, so it's a good thing.
It had a little bit of Little Giants vibe to it, not necessarily the
It
play
did?
call, not the play call, or
That's
anything,
in
but
my
the
throat.
overtime and just the energy in the stadium, kind of maybe not the
Yeah.
frozen, but that moment for you, did that in that game, did that maybe set things in motion for where you wanted to get, where the program did get?
It's got a ways to go still, you know. It's a continuing basis, always will be. Sorry, guys.
Oh, that's
I'll
okay.
take my throat. We good?
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you.
Yeah. Spent some time in Youngstown growing